Here's a list of materials that you will need other than what comes in your casing compass starter kit. The casing compass's size and triangular shape give it about a 64% less frontal soil contact area over a normal water level block. It is constructed within an 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 angle iron. In this example, we were able to fit the plumbing and the wiring underneath an 1.5 by 1.5 eighth wall angle iron. Start by connecting your casing compass to your 3/8 inch hose using the barb fitting provided. You can use a hose clamp to secure this connection. However, in this example, we used tie wire so that we could maintain a low profile and use 1.5 by 1.5 angle iron. When completed, you will have a nice low profile, watertight connection. The wiring to your casing compass came with pre-stripped wires. To avoid bulky connectors and keep a low profile, we have included several individual solder shrink tube combinations. These connections, when made properly, are waterproof. We couldn't have made the wiring any easier. There are no complicated wiring diagrams. Just connect light colored wires using a solder shrink tube combo connector. Using a standard lighter, start with the heat focused on the center of the connector. When the solder in the shrink tube melts, start working the heat out to the sealing rings and the rest of the shrink tube connector. Don't sweat it if you make a mistake. We've included plenty extra solder connectors. Once complete, repeat the process for the other end of the wiring that will be back at your control box in the bore pit. Next, plug in the casing compass wire to your control box and turn on the power. If you see this screen for more than 5 seconds after power up, you know you have a good connection. If a flashing no comm screen appears, check all your wiring connections as well as the connection to your control box. Once your water level is set up at the bore pit, run water through your casing compass, turn the power onto the control box, and hit the light button as seen here. With the water running and the light on, look down the lead joint of your casing. You should clearly see the illuminated water column. Once you've completed your water flow check and your electrical check, you are now ready to secure your water hose and your wiring underneath the angle iron. Using electrical tape, wrap the soldered connections of your casing compass wiring. Then, wrap the wiring to your 3/8 inch hose. You want to work it in such a way that the wire ends up on top of the hose for when you secure the angle iron. Place the hose and the wire underneath the angle iron as seen here, taking care to keep the wire on top of the hose. Place a good tack weld every couple feet along the angle iron. Take care to stay at least 6 inches away from the area where you made your splice, as this is the location where the wire is closest to the weld heat. You are now ready to set up your control box and get to what you do best, shoving casing in the ground.